Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the 6th class. So, in the previous classes, we have discussed the various types of water quality problems, their definitions, and their qualities, etc., their properties we have seen. Now, we will go through some of the power quality terms which are very useful in nature. Power quality terms. Some power quality terms are described below. First one is active filter. It consists of a number of power electronic devices for eliminating harmonic distortion. A filter generally used to reduce harmonics in the given system. Okay. Any power electronic device will produce harmonics, as we already discussed. These harmonics can be eliminated with the help of filters. Okay. So, a number of power electronic devices which are added together to eliminate harmonic distortion is called as an active filter. It consists of RLC parameters along with power electronic devices. Next, CBEMA curve, a set of curves presenting the withstand capabilities of computers in terms of the magnitude and duration of the voltage disturbance. It is developed by the Computer Business Equipment Manufacturers Association, CBEMA, that is Computer Business Equipment Manufacturers Association. It became standard for measuring the performance of all types of equipment and power systems and is commonly referred to by this name. CBEMA has been replaced by the Information Technology Industry Council, ITI, and a new curve has been developed that is commonly referred to as the ITI curve. ITI means Information Technology Industry Council. Next, third definition, common mode voltage. The noise voltage that appears equally from current carrying conductor to ground is called common mode voltage. Okay. So, current carrying conductor to ground, there is a noise voltage. This noise voltage is treated as common mode voltage. Coupling, a circuit element or elements or network that may be considered common to the input mesh and the output mesh and through which energy may be transferred from one to another is called coupling. Okay. It is an element or a network of element which consists of common to the input as well as output. Okay. That means the link between input and output is called as a coupling, through which energy is transferred from one network to the other network. Crest factor, a value reported by many power quality monitoring instruments representing the ratio of crest value of the measured waveform to the root mean square of the fundamental. For example, the crest factor of sinusoidal wave is 1.414. So, crest factor is also referred as peak factor, where it is given by crest factor or peak factor is equal to peak value of the voltage or current by RMS value of the voltage or current. That means peak value by RMS value ratio. Okay. Generally, for sinusoidal waveform, the peak factor or crest factor will be having a value of 1.414. Next, critical load. Devices and equipment whose failure to operate satisfactorily jeopardizes the health of or safety of personnel and results in loss of function, financial loss or damage to property deemed critical by the user. Okay. Critical load means very important load. Okay. It is a mandatory load which cannot be disconnected at any point of time. Okay. That is especially used in healthcare as well as safety. For example, if you take ICU, in intensive care unit, that is a critical load. If the critical load is disturbed, the power is disturbed to the ICU, what happens to the patients? very in dangerous condition, some may be in very critical stage. Okay, therefore this is called as critical load. Device and equipment whose failure to operate satisfactorily jeopardizes the health or safety of personnel. Safety of personnel, that is a very important load. Okay. Next, current distortion. Current distortion means distortion in the AC line current. Okay. Instead of a smooth sinusoidal waveform, okay, if current is magnitude of the current is changing or disturbing from time to time, it is known as current distortion. Instead of smooth sinusoidal waveform, it is a zigzag or with some distorted waveform. Differential mode voltage. The voltage between any two of a specified set of active conductors is treated as differential mode voltage. Okay, it is the voltage between two active conductors. Distortion. What is meant by distortion? It is nothing but any deviation from the normal sine wave from an AC quantity. The deviation from the normal sine wave. Okay, generally any sine wave have smooth sinusoidal waveform. Okay, at any point of time the magnitude is different. Distortion means any deviation from the fundamental sinusoidal waveform in the AC quantity is treated as distortion. Next, distributed generation, DG. Generation dispersed throughout the power system as opposed to large central station power plants. Generation dispersed throughout the power system as opposed to large central station power plants. So, DG typically refers to units less than 10 megawatts in size that are interconnected with the distribution system rather than the transmission system. So, here I want to give some clarity regarding DG, distributed generation. Okay. So, DG means it is a mixture of renewable energy sources. Okay. So, unlike conventional power plants, if you see the conventional power plants, a large amount of power or bulk amount of power is produced at remote locations from the load centers. That means the generating station is far away from the load point. For example, if you take Nagarjuna Sagar, Srishailam, Kottagudem, okay, etc. If you see all these power plants, they are far away from the load centers. Load is, okay, especially in the city, but the generating stations are very far away from here. Okay. So, this is conventional generations, whereas distribution generation is completely different. Distributed generation is where the generators are placed at the location or nearby the location of the load center. For example, if you take solar park or wind turbines, if you see, okay, solar parks are placed near to the load centers, very near. Okay. Some may be on the rooftop, some may be on the walls, some may be on the ground, which is very near to the cities or towns or villages. DG, it is a mixture of units, not only one type of source, it is a mixture of sources, DG. Okay. One place solar power is there, at another place very less distance wind power is there. Okay, like this, biogas, biomass, okay, wind power, all these things, all these powers are joined together to form a new generation which is called as distributed generation. The name itself indicates the power is distributed. Okay, not only one large power generating station will produce the entire power. Okay, small generating stations of many number of plants are producing small amount of power. The maximum range of the distributed generation is less than 10 megawatts. But whereas the conventional power generation is nearly every plant will produce around 1000 watts to 2000 watts. but distributed generation will produce a power which is less than 10 megawatts total. Each plant may produce 1 megawatt or less, okay, like that. Next, coming to the dropout, a loss of equipment operation, discrete data signals due to noise, sag or interruption is called dropout. Okay, dropout means due to any noise or due to any sag or due to any interruption, if equipment is lost its operation, it's known as dropout. Okay, it is damaged. Dropout voltage, the voltage at which a device will release to its de-energized position. For this document, the voltage at which a device fails to operate is called dropout voltage. Okay, the voltage at which a device will release to its de-energized position. That means when the device fails to operate, okay, with less than a specified voltage, that voltage is known as dropout voltage. For example, our voltage is 230 volts. The fan or light or etc. everything will work with 230 volts. If the voltage is less than 200 also, they will work with some more losses. If the voltage is less than 150 or 100, what will happen? They cannot operate. Very low voltage they cannot operate. Sometimes we will see at low voltage, at very low voltages, we can see fan and light will not work. That voltage is known as dropout voltage. Okay, the equipment will fail to operate. They will not operate. Next, electromagnetic compatibility, EMC. The ability of a device or equipment or system to function satisfactorily in its electromagnetic environment without introducing intolerable electromagnetic disturbances to anything in that environment. This is called as electromagnetic compatibility. The ability of a device or system to function satisfactorily in its electromagnetic environment without introducing tolerable electromagnetic disturbances to anything that is in environment. Okay? For example, if you take telephone lines, okay, they are communication lines. Power lines are going nearby. What will happen? The power lines as well as the communications lines will have some radio interference due to which the communication signals will be disturbed. Okay. So this should be avoided. So electromagnetic compatibility means even though more lines are clubbed together, joined together nearby, there is no any disturbance due to electromagnetic interference or radio interference. This is known as electromagnetic compatibility. Okay, every device should be designed in order to have electromagnetic compatibility standards. And final one, equipment grounding conductor. The conductor used to connect the non-current carrying parts of conduits, raceways and equipment enclosures to the grounded conductor neutral and the grounding electrode at the service equipment of a secondary of a separately derived system. Example, isolation transformer. So equipment grounding conductor is nothing but it is a special conductor which is used to connect the non-carrying parts of the conduits. That means any part. For example, if you take a body of a machine, okay, that is connected to the ground. That wire is known as equipment grounding conductor. Okay, current, non-current carrying parts of conduits, raceways, equipment enclosures, cases, outer cases to the ground conductor or neutral and the grounding electrodes at the service equipment. Okay. Electrodes of all the equipments, ground electrodes of all the equipments are connected to a one device that is called as isolation transformer. These are called as equipment grounding conductor. Okay, clear? These are the few definitions, few more definitions. We will see it in the next class. Thank you.